It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos fresh. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh maker.
Hi. I'm Hot Toddy, and who?
I'm Miss Fingrino.
Okay. And welcome. Oh, it's the first episode in 2023 of... You start.
Get.
Okay.
Okay. Is that how 2023 is going to go?
Bitch, are you for real?
No, but welcome. Yes, it is the first Get Real of 2023, and it's appropriate because the movie we saw is a movie that it's already breaking box office records, and
Of course it is.
I don't really know why. I mean, it's a sequel.
Yeah.
It's a sequel to a
It
movie
is.
that came out many moons ago,
80,000 years.
about 25 years ago.
80,000 years.
But no, we're talking, of course, about Avatar: The Way of Water.
Water.
The Way of the Water. The Way of Water.
I think it's The Way of Water.
I don't even remember the title. I didn't know it is. It's Avatar 2.
Avatar 2.
Avatar 2. That's what we're going with. But no, everybody's like super excited, and I'm just over here like, okay. But we saw the movie. That's
We
the
did.
point. Is that we saw the
did,
movie.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of Avatar: The Way of Water, Miss Fingrino?
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But.
hmm
But.
There's some butts.
There's a big butt.
There's a butts, and there's actually a
is.
lot of butts in this because
Well, for me, there's just one really big butt.
the blue people don't wear pants.
They don't wear pants.
Yeah,
It's a lot of butts.
it's a lot of butts. What's
It
your
would-
butt?
My butt is it's way too long.
Yeah,
It's 3.5 hours, guys.
it's a long film.
It's 3.5 hours, and like we probably could have done it in 2.5.
It's
Like
this is the thing though. It was three. We knew going into it was going to be
We-
3
we
hours. But you know the thing about James Cameron is the man knows still how to keep your interest for a long period
for
of time.
a long, long time.
There were no lulls in it. There
No.
was constantly something going. There was constantly something moving on the screen. Something was happening, and so that's one of the major pluses of Avatar 2 is that it was constantly moving. There was stuff going on,
Mhm.
but it was a lot of story. And you were mentioning that they could have broken this up into like 2 movies, but it's like, no, you can't do that because he's already got like 5 sequels planned.
See, I
So
didn't
you
know
can't-
he
you
had
can't
more
start-
sequels planned.
You can't start splitting the movies up now. He might do that at the very end, like split the last one up, but you can't do that now. There's too many movies to get
Because
to.
I was thinking, pull like the last Harry Potter. Excuse me.
It's not even nighttime.
I know.
This is the first episode we've ever done of the day together, anyway.
Wake up!
I thought we could pull like a last episode of Harry Potter, kind of thing, like
But
split
again,
it in half.
you just
but
said you said
it's
last
not the
episode
Last. I know.
because they did that with Harry Potter, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I think they did it with Chronicles of Narnia. They did it with
Probably.
Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. They did it with Twilight. The Twilight movies.
Zone. Yeah.
That movie's like the Twilight
Mhm.
Zone. So but that's when we get to the last movie. So
Yeah.
if the second in these 5 films that he's going to put together is 3 hours long, can you imagine how long the final one's going to be?
God's sake.
Like a movie that I've always enjoyed, and this movie's kind of controversial now, and I understand why it's controversial because it's somewhat of a pro-Confederate film. It's Gods and Generals. Love that movie, even though it's like I said, it's not particularly PC these days. It's
Right,
not
right.
as great.
It's fine when it was made.
Weirdly enough, Gods and Generals, this movie, Avatar: The Way of Water, and the original Avatar, one of the stars was Stephen Lang. And Stephen Lang's one of the stars of Gods and Generals, plays Stonewall Jackson in that film.
Yes.
But that movie was over 4 hours long. by itself, the edited version. Then, like 10 years ago, they came out with the director's cut. It's almost 5 hours long.
Good God.
So it's a long. So that's a long movie. So that's like the longest movie I will allow. But see, I love learning about the Civil War. I love period pieces. I love epics like that. So Gods and Generals is a movie that will keep my interest because it does its thing. It does its thing. It does its thing. But Avatar, here's the problem for me with Avatar is it's a movie I have zero interest in. I had zero interest in it when 15 million years ago when the first one came out. We were in college when the first one came out.
Yeah, we were.
I want you to piece that together.
Boy, that's been a long time.
Okay, we were in college. Life seemed simpler back then. Obama had just been inaugurated as president.
You may ask, if we have no interest in this movie, why did we go see it?
Well, we're waiting.
Well, again, like most of the movies that we've reviewed on this show in the past, present, and future, my parents came to Knoxville and said, "Hey, let's go see a movie. We'll pay."
Yeah.
And so we went.
So
to go
we
see
said,
the movie.
okay.
And sometimes they're hits, and sometimes they're
Not
misses.
that I didn't have any interest at all in it. I had some interest.
Here's the thing about Avatar is I had some interest in it in the fact that the first Avatar like broke every single record in the book. And they held that position for many years.
Yeah.
That movie was so huge. But what was weird, it was a franchise that nobody really ever talked about. Again, at least not for a long time. It's not like a Star Wars. It's not like a Marvel.
Well, because I feel like it wasn't really reaching for another one.
Well, no, it was. Like, I get it. You
But-
can do as many sequels in the series as you want, but like it kind of baffled me that it broke so many records, and it's sort of like, well, what's this about? And it did great, and so they've been talking about a sequel for many years now, and they according to sources, they filmed this movie many moons ago, a few years ago,
Hey.
like 2017, 28. It's Attack of Teebs the Cat.
She's not allowed in this room, and she knows that.
So a little backstory of the media room. Teebs the Cat has decided it was her bathroom.
I'm a dumbass.
Teebs the Cat decided that the media room was going to be her new bathroom.
I just pissed in my pants, and nobody can do anything about it.
And over the course of the holiday season, we've been trying to repair this room, the damage that she has done. If you could see on the other side of this camera, you would see a big mess because we've been trying to clean it up. But we managed to keep the set looking nice.
Yes, and therefore she's not allowed in this room anymore.
Much like how in the second film, the dark blue avatars were not allowed to join the light blue water people
Right.
avatars. They're like, no, you're not a part of our group.
You're
so
forest people.
You're forest people, so you can't be here. They're not water people, and so that caused issues in the film. There might be some spoilers here as we
Few
talk,
little
but
spoilers.
we're not going to go too deep into it. But yeah, like I said, like the original Avatar, it broke all the records. They were setting up for a sequel. They didn't do a sequel until many years later, and then for the sequel to actually come out after they filmed it took even more years.
Yeah.
So it's been a rocky road, but
I feel like people had just kind of given up
I'm surprised
about.
they hadn't.
a
That's
sequel.
the thing. They hadn't.
I know,
They
but I
did
feel
not.
like they should have.
They did not.
I know.
They hung on, and that's why this
We're
movie
waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
is doing so well at the box office.
Yeah.
But yeah, like towards the end of the movie, even I said very loudly at the end, "I'm done," because
I
there was
would
so much
say-
fighting, and the main guy, I can't remember his name, the actor's name. Here it is. I don't remember the actor's name, but he's got kids now with the Avatar people, and they keep getting kidnapped. They get kidnapped every
Like
2
8 times.
seconds, and I'm done. Enough with the kidnapping.
So,
enough with the fighting.
Literally,
it's
we
enough.
probably had like 30, 45 minutes left. And he just screams out, "I am done. I'm
wasn't-
over it."
No, it wasn't even 45. It was about maybe 20, but it wasn't even that long. It was shortly before the film ended, but I was done. I was ready to get out of there. 3 hours was long enough. I kept checking my clock to see, all right, that first hour is down. The 2 to go. Second hour is down. And
It didn't also help that the theater we were in was like a sauna.
That's a
So
whole.
we were.
That's a whole different.
That has nothing to do with the review of the movie. That's just the movie theater itself.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to compensate for the mildly chilly weather outside.
Bring the heat down a little bit. But,
Yeah.
But the point is not like it sounds like I'm really dogging this movie. I'm not because
It was a good movie.
it kept your interest.
It did. All 3 hours.
I'm just not interested in the Avatar lore. I'm not
For that long.
I'm not interested in the Avatar story. You want to do a 3-hour Star Wars movie? I'm in. Laundry's done.
Oh, he said it!
You want a 3-hour movie about Indiana Jones? Let's do it. You want to do a 3-hour movie, Marvel movie? Let's go. Let's do this.
I think
Because
we have
these
some
are-
of those already. But
We do, but those are franchises like I'm super interested in. Avatar, I'm not, but I like it for what it is. Again, it's one of those movies that I like for what it is, and I like that they've managed to create such a world and such a thing that people really do want to go see
now,
it. And that's very important because James Cameron is one of the rare longtime directors that hasn't forgotten how to make a movie. Steven Spielberg, love him, but I feel like he's kind of forgotten how to do movies. So that's why movies like the Jurassic World movies, the new Indiana Jones movie coming out, he doesn't really have any involvement with those because he's kind of forgotten how to make epics like that. George Lucas also forgot how to make movies. That's why he was like, you know what, Disney, you can have my shit. I don't want
I'm
to
out.
do it anymore.
I'm done.
So, but James Cameron, to his credit, still knows how to make a compelling film. It's just a lot to take in.
Stop tape for discussion.
The one thing I love about Avatar, loved about
Mm-hmm.
the first one, loved about this one, and of course, because obviously it's been such a long time, so
Yeah.
computers have come a long way. Is the environment, like the worlds that they create, gorgeous. They're freaking beautiful. The forest one was beautiful. The water one is beautiful. Like the imagination that they're putting into those worlds that they're creating is absolutely beautiful.
I'll give you that. No, they really do a lot of attention to
Yes.
detail. It really does go a long way, but again,
That only holds your interest so long.
again, it's like I get it. After a
Yeah.
while, I was like, I get it.
I'm done.
Water world, forest world, it's all on the same planet. And that's another thing. Like, I'm very confused because I just assumed from the previous film that the jungle forest avatars, that was all
That
over
was the
the planet.
avatars.
That Pandora is the planet.
Yep, that was it.
I figured that was it. And then you find out there are these water people, and they had like nothing to do with the sky people, the
No.
people from Earth, the soldiers and everything. They had nothing to do with that. Yeah, the soldiers only attacked the forest people of Pandora. But then of course, spoilers,
They're gonna attack the
as
water
the movie
people.
goes on, because they're looking for the main guy. Again, I can't remember the
Sully.
actor's name. It's Jake Sully. That's the character's
That's the
name.
character's name. That's
He's
all I
he's
remember,
he's the main he's the main guy of the movie. They're after him because of the events in the previous film.
where he sent the sky people back. The sky people.
Yeah,
the
and
humans
he
back.
killed Stephen Lang's character. Spoiler: Stephen Lang's character is back. He comes back as an avatar.
We won't explain how. Just let the movie
Let the
explain
movie
how.
explain that he's back, and apparently he's going to be back for every film. He's going to be the main bad guy. He's apparently this is a universe where there's only one real bad guy.
One real bad guy.
And so that's what they're going to do is they're going to cling to this character for as long as they can.
Which I do like, and maybe because it's been so long since I've seen the first one, I didn't really remember why humans were on the planet in the first place.
They're trying to recolonize
They're
a new Earth.
a new Earth.
Yeah.
Which they explain in this one. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they did explain it in the first.
They
I
did.
don't remember.
I do remember that.
But
I remember
I feel like
that.
we went a little more in depth into it in this one, so that was a nice refresher.
It was
like,
basically
Why we're doing this.
like in the last one, it was basically like, we're going to do this. Well, the natives, they don't really want us here. Well, we're going to try to make it work. This one is like the natives fought against us. They killed many of our people. The leader of the gang used to be a human from Earth. We used to like. Now it's an all-out war against Pandora. But that was the point I'm getting to. Is like, it's only the forest people that they were at war with, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But okay, but yeah, I mean that's how the movie goes. And like I said, Stephen Lang is back, and it's a lot. It's a lot for one film. But then again, you could say that for for Marvel film. Am I boring you? Are you now?
No,
looking
I
at your
am.
phone?
I'm babe. Pause.
Oh, it's here?
Yeah.
Oh, our food's here.
That's why I was looking. Pause. 2
We have
seconds.
groceries. I bet she forgot to turn off her microphone. I'll be interested to hear. I'll be interested to see if she forgot to turn off her microphone. So are you picking up every single walk and pickup of all the groceries? That'd be amazing. Are you done?
Yeah.
It took you 4 hours.
It did not take me 4 hours. It took me like 4 minutes.
That was insane. I took a nap and everything. Good God. What were we even talking about? I don't even remember.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Why wasn't the entire planet in danger? It was going to be eventually, so why not? And so they were shocked when the water people were shocked when they saw the force people. They're like, you brought the war to us.
Why?
How could you? Why? You suck.
But like, they knew about them because they did also mention how they participated in the war.
They mentioned that?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm lost.
I think they mentioned it because that's how they knew he was like Grand Poobah or whatever they called him. I don't remember.
This Snecker Parker V-Mar will be here.
It's not Grand Poobah.
But whatever the word was, like that's how they knew he was like great because like they got all the avatars together to help with this war. Or did they just hear stories?
Now you're boring me.
Wake up!
And then here I have a question.
What's the question?
So there's forest avatars. There's water avatars. Are we going to have like air avatars? Are we going to have stone avatars?
Stone?
Well, because, you know, the 4 elements, there's fire, water, earth, air. Oh, so then we'll leave fire and air left. So are we going to have like volcano avatars? Are we
Lava people?
Lava people? Are we going to
Interesting.
have like bird avatars? Like,
Now I could get behind some lava people.
here's some lava avatars. Hey, James Cameron, I got you.
Let's
too.
do that. I don't know,
Let's do
James
this.
Cameron, I don't know if you've come up with the plot for the last 2 films.
But there you go.
The last 3 films, however many you're making. Lava people.
Lava
air
avatars.
people.
Yeah.
So in the next one, because see, in this movie, the forest people had to learn how to be water people.
Water people. Then they're going to find him again. They're going to be like, hey, we have to leave
we
again.
gotta leave here.
Right?
Oh god, because that's exactly what they do in movies like these. They never,
Right.
the plot
They
just
can't-
stays the same, so it's just
Exactly.
gonna keep going. So now we gotta leave the water people.
Yeah,
So
we don't leave the water.
now-
We'll go to the lava people.
What would the lava movie be called? The Way of Fire, or Ouch, it burns? Ow, it hurts?
The Way of Magma?
No, Magnanimous. Avatar, Magnanimous. Avatar, Lava.
Lava Lust?
It's taking it a weird. It's just taking it down a weird road here.
That shit was ass.
I don't know, but that's my question. So
Lava Lick.
Okay, no.
Stop it!
And then they're in the air. They gotta learn how to be air people.
Yeah. We can fly.
Uh,
Whee!
and then at the end of the final film, they're like, "Well, we didn't accomplish anything, but you know what? We learned a lot over the years.
We learned a lot over the years. Let's go back to the forest.
We learned how to be water people. We learned how to be fire people. We learned how to be air people.
I mean, I just don't understand how he's going to spread it out 5 more times.
Well, it's only 3 more times from here on out, but
Still, 3 more times. How are we?
I don't know.
Wake up!
No, I don't know. It just seems like it just seems like a lot to have to deal with. It's a
Again,
big story.
It seems like we're dogging Avatar. And
We're not.
we're not. It's a good movie.
It's just
If you're interested in the series,
yes.
if you want to see more, go see it.
or well, let's not get to recommendations yet.
Well,
but
okay.
the point is, like, it's just not my cup of tea. It's not
It's
really
like half my cup of tea.
it's not really a genre or a story that I'm really super pumped and interested in.
Yeah.
But it is a really well made movie.
It is so well made.
Again, James Cameron can keep your interest for 3 hours,
And he can sink a
even though. And that's another thing. There's a sinking ship in this movie. There's a sinking ship in this movie, and it takes a long time for it to sink. And it kind of hangs between Titanic and the Poseidon Adventure, because Poseidon Adventure is where they capsize. This thing capsizes, but it also has a sinking element. And of course, Kate Winslet is in this movie, so
She is. I didn't know this.
He knows how to make a movie where a boat sinks and Kate Winslet's there. So it's great. So you got the sinking ship element, but then there are some things that irritated the screw out of me, like the fact that Sigourney Weaver, whose character dies in the first film, she's a human in the first film.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere along the way cloned her and made her.
No, she had an avatar.
She had an avatar.
Somehow her avatar got
pregnant.
So she died.
Yeah.
And when she dies, obviously the avatar is supposed to die. But they put it in like a stasis so that the baby could continue to grow in the body.
Yeah. And then Sam Worthington. That's the name of the actor who plays Jake.
Wow, that took 40,000 years.
Well, it took about 5 hours because even when you were doing the groceries back there, I still didn't know, though, was the thing. No. So, yeah, Sam Worthington's character, Jake Busey. No, Jake... Sully Sullenberger. Sully Sullenberg, the pilot who crashed in the Hudson. He and Zoe Saldana's character adopts young Sigourney Weaver. Mm-hmm. So it's really freaking weird that she's like, that this 70, I checked her, I looked up the date. She's 74 years old. A 74-year-old woman is playing a 14. She's going like, mom, dad. And it's Sigourney Weaver's voice. And I'm like, you're taking me out of it now. And when I found out, I said, I'm going to hate this movie.
I'm going to hate it.
Before I even saw the movie, when I found out Sigourney Weaver was going to play a 14-year-old, I hate this movie. I'm going to hate it. But, it's fine. It was cute. Even her little character arc was cute. But, yeah, like that kind of took it out for me.
I like really? How they made her character kind of look like a baby Sigourney Weaver.
I mean, that you have to do that. Yeah, otherwise that wouldn't work.
For some fans, casting a now 73-year-old actress as a teenager was a bridge too far. One Twitter user wrote, "It really didn't work at all. The movie is great, but it was so jarring."
And then the ultimate spoiler. This is how Stephen Lang is going to... Spoiler! This is how you know Stephen Lang is going to be the main villain in every film. Dude kills him or knocks him out and could have just left him for dead. But
because he drowned. He was drowning him.
Yeah. But apparently there's this little feral human that has lived amongst the avatars.
That's his son.
His son, Stephen Lang character's son. Raised by the avatar, so he's like kind of like a little Tarzan kid.
Yeah.
He gets kidnapped early on in the film and is being held hostage by Avatar Stephen Lang. And then they start to bond
a little.
It's kind of they bond a little.
Kind of like, I hate you, but you're still my father, so I can't let you die.
Yes, and I hate you, but you're my son, so I still gotta look out for you. Mm-hmm. So when Sam Worthington,
oh, good for you!
When he kills Stephen Lang, the little boy who is still on the side of the avatars for no reason, saves Avatar Stephen Lang.
He can't let him die.
But he renounces himself.
He does renounce
from
himself.
Anything dealing with Stephen Lang. And then Stephen Lang gets away.
So he pulls him up to save him, and then he's like, okay, let's go. And he's like, I'm not going with you. Forget that. Like, go, like, do what you do. Like, they're my family.
This is crap that I mean, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
But, like, that's something that shouldn't have happened. That's
that would have ended the series.
No, you could get other bad guys. They
don't want other bad guys.
More Sky people.
They want those bad guys.
Well, because it's a vendetta for Stephen Lang. It's personal. It's why he's trying to kill Jake Sullenberg.
Sully.
This is why he's trying to...
Sully's sick together.
This is why he's trying to kill Sully from Monsters, Inc. Is because... Really, that's actually... That's apropos, because Sully is blue, too. He's very tall and blue, so it might as well be Sully from Monsters, Inc. He has to kill him because he betrayed Earth people from the first film. It's a lot of story! And that's why for 3 hours it was a lot going on. But Stephen Lang's character should not have survived. That's the point of the story.
Definitely not. I also am like, he's supposed to be the villain in all of them?
That's apparently how it's going to go.
That's unfortunate. I could maybe see him one more movie, but then like, let's go. Let's just... be done with that.
It just hurts.
Also, what happens if any of these characters die? Because they're old.
You mean the actors die?
Yeah.
Oh, take a lesson out of Star Wars.
I mean,
please, bitch, please.
Sorry.
What has Star Wars done?
Sorry.
They kept
You're right.
cranking out Carrie Fisher even long after she was dead.
Good point.
That she was still somehow in every movie. And then even poor Peter Cushing, who died in 1994, got computer generated, uncanny valleyed into Rogue One to play Grand Moff Tarkin. Like I said, 22 years after his death. So that don't mean
you're right.
shit.
You're right.
They can bring him back no problem. So it don't matter. Nobody, and none of it matters. If somebody dies, they're still in the movie. It's still in the movie. It don't matter. But all in all, this is an all right film.
Shit.
That's the overall.
May not seem like we're trying to say that.
I just, there's a lot of story to it, a lot of plot, and it's obviously they're setting up for a big, long franchise, which I still don't understand why we need. I don't think we needed a sequel, but I get why we had a sequel. Maybe my thing is, because most big epics have 3 films in them, 3 like a trilogy. So maybe do 3 films, but apparently that's not enough.
That's not enough.
That's not enough for James Cameron. Titanic didn't get 5 sequels, although you couldn't really do that.
No.
It's like Jack comes back. Jack's back. Titanic 2, Jack's back. I love it. They should have done that. He should have been doing that instead of Avatar.
He technically could have made a sequel of Titanic following Rose in her life now that she's a pauper.
You're right. That's an opportunity missed. But
they could have done that.
Would anybody have gone seen it?
I mean,
well, back then they probably would have.
Yeah.
Now,
see, here's my thing with this one. Like, it's too long. It's too long. So, like, this next one, if you're gonna make another one, like, it better be out in like a year or 2.
I already checked, and the next one don't come out till 2024. Well, a year or 2. I guess,
a year or 2.
And then the next one's like 25 or 26, something like that. If the world is still around. Yeah, but that's a whole different story. But at the end of the day, Miss Pingrino, would you recommend Avatar: The Way of Water? That's a no. Clearly, look at that. Look at that big yawn.
Wake up!
I would,
Mm-hmm.
with some stipulations.
Okay.
I would for those who were like super hardcore Avatar fans to begin with. People who are willing to like dedicate that time to sitting, to building the story, to learning the story. Not like a 50-50 kind of recommendation for people who like me, who were interested but not like all about, like could sit through it. People like him who like could give a shit. Probably not.
But that's weird you mentioned that, because I would also recommend this movie, but not just to the Avatar fans. I would recommend it if you want to go see,
that's a long time to sit through.
An epic film.
Maybe wait till it comes out at home.
No, this is a movie that you need to experience in the theater. If you want to go see it, you need to experience it in the theater. So I would recommend go seeing it. I would. If you don't think you can sit through 3 hours, don't waste your time, because that is a lot of money. Don't waste your money to go see a movie that you don't think you can sit through. But if you think you can sit through the film, A, and B, if you are a true Avatar big league fan,
definitely go.
Or if you just like to watch epics like this, go see it. But if you're like me and you think, I just don't know if I could sit through a movie like this, don't risk it.
Wait till it comes out.
But if you're thinking, I want to see it, but it's just so long, no, go do it. Go see it. Make the commitment, because this is a movie that deserves to be seen on the big screen. And so that's our review of Avatar: The Way of Water. I go see it.
I mean, we probably could have gone in a little more in depth. We'd spoil some things. I don't really want to spoil anything about this movie. It is a big blockbuster, so.
What did we not get into?
I mean, just I guess we did kind of get into everything.
What did we say? What did we not say?
Pretty the same stuff, isn't it, throughout the whole movie?
What did we miss?
War, kidnap, death.
Go see Avatar: The Way of Water in theaters now.
Avatar: The Way of Water. Experience it in 3D. Only in theaters, December 16th. Tickets on sale now.
And on that note, I don't have anything funny.
I'm done.
So what we're gonna do on Sunday Fun Day, on New Year's Day, I showed you some footage of Attack of the Giant Leeches because it's in the public domain. Let's watch some more, shall we?
That shit was ass.